Oh, goodness me. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. We've got sound now. There was a little bit of a technical hitch there. My name is Crisis, and once again, we did a fantastic intro. Hello, Bizer. How's it going?
I honestly, I think, take it that you had us on mute. So you had everything on the screen, but you couldn't hear us. I'm fantastic, Crisis. I've seen a little bit of tonight's games. Haven't been able to watch all of it. I had to jump back and forth, sorting some stuff out here in the pad of Bizer Town. But I'm here excited for this next game, the last one and final one of the night. Alpha Sydney taking on Space Animals. Interesting, both of these teams. We've one loss. Sorry, we've one win, two losses at the moment. Down in 6th and 7th place is going to be a big battle for tonight's win.
Yeah, they have a lot of pride to play for. We saw one team tonight already with pride to play for. B team on 0-3, picking up their first victory. So Alpha Sydney and Space Animals, they are absolutely deadlocked at 7th and 8th right now with a for and against record of 5-10 as well. So that's going to change, and neither team is going to want to be the one to actually give way to the other team. So a huge match for both of them. Just having a quick look to see if you have received any invites from any of the teams.
So I have, for some reason, to take us into a lobby. That's not good.
All right, there you go. So I'm in the lobby right now. Ladies and gentlemen,
without
further ado, we're heading into game number 3 of the evening. It is going to be Alpha Sydney on the blue side going up against the Space Animals on the orange side.
So as Crisis sets himself up and gets himself to the other side of the screen, we'll get the teams joining up. Alpha Sydney, like you said, on the blue team. Dumbo, Not a Sure Thing, and the Richard Lover, a really strong contention team as that. And for the boys of Space Animals, we got the Nerdo Staunchus Rex, which I'll find out his name is. Cubics. Is that Nerd? Okay, now I can see where it is. Nerd, Cubics, and the Stormclawed, I believe.
Yeah, that'll be Storm Sea Lord.
Oh, Sea Lord, sorry. I always get it wrong.
Just for some reason, having a bit of fun with their names, and I'm sure that the admins will have something to say about it. They're supposed to use their actual names. So even though they're actually identifiable to us because we know them from the scenes, it might interfere just a little bit with the casting. So let's hope that they fix up their names at some point in the evening. If not, we'll just cope. 4:20 on the clock. We like to point it out, and donuts on the board for all of the players right now.
Send out a PM to the boys and get them to sort it out, as I got all of them, and I love that. All right, so it was locked here. Out in the deadlock situations with this almost scoring from the boys of Alpha Sydney going flying high as Storm Sea Lord clearing for his team out to the side. And that is the Nerd. Yes, I'm actually going to get confused reading these names. Richard Lover with the touch, working into the goal. It's going in! Beautiful touch and play from the Richard Lover. Let's jump onto him and see how he lined up the shot. Nicely swing around from the curve and pops over to Sea Lord. No chance he was going to get there, Crisis. Good start from Alpha Sydney.
Yeah, and such a good play as well. The goal face was there, inviting him to just take a shot. And a lot of players would have just taken the shot right there and gone for the long goal. What he did was he popped it up for himself and then had a single touch of dribble in the air to change the arc of the ball. And Cubics manages to get a halo. He's already earned himself a savior, getting 3 saves so far. Bizer in this game, working hard on defense and making sure that the donut stays on the board. Nerd with a little bit of flair, but it's not to be.
No, it's not a little bit of flair. It is. It's just going back and forth. Aerial ping pong, they're sorting each other out. Richard Lover with a defensive hit. There comes the Sea Lord with the backhand hit as well, out to the side, switching over, Not a Sure Thing, chasing it down, realising he wasn't going to get there first, but the Nerd is missed in the process, giving Not a Sure Thing a chance to set up for his champion, Richard Lover, but it gets cleared by the Cubics. And back out into an attack, they will go. Nerd following it nicely, Not a Sure Thing trailing as well, hits it out, it's a good joust, it's another touch from Richard Lover going wide, it's set up for something, he's hit it back into the middle, who's coming through? Dumbo, Not a Sure Thing. Bit of confusion there, Crisis, as still trying to go for it, but there's a shot up goal! Space Animals going absolutely animist. Oh my goodness, I can't even say the word. They're going animal at the moment, but they're going to go defense here right now, Crisis.
They do indeed. Both of these teams taking their shots at the moment. Look at that. Oh, no, actually, the orange team not actually getting credits for any shots just yet, but they have the donut on the board, and the ones taking the shots, look at that, 6 shots already for the blue side. They have 1 goal. Not a great record, but they are 100% or infinity percent actually ahead of the other team. 1 over the donut is all you need to win. There comes the orange team with a shot. Storm Sea Lord takes the shot. It's a cut though, and not quite on target, and cleared out there by Dumbo. Picked up by Richard Lover. He gets the cross in. The shot comes through, but it's well defended out there. Storm Sea Lord now trying to disrupt on attack there, but Cubics has to get back and get the touch. He's up in the air. That's a good angle that he's got there. It beats the defender flying across there. Cubics not good enough to beat Cubics beating the defender. Sorry, I was looking at the wrong player. Beating Dumbo, who was flying across there.
It's funny with Dumbo. He's in the top 5 jam #1 plays of last week for a really outstanding goal he did from the wallbang hits. We're looking at him tonight to be pulling out some amazing plays for Alpha Sydney, but we'll see how they go. Look, what I'm seeing right now, Crisis, is to and froing from both teams. Not much team play set up, but they're starting to get on track at the moment, and I dare say we'll start seeing some dangerous hits in a second.
Yeah, should do the just there in the midfield, won by Nerd. He's gifted the ball though by Dumbo. He's now going to dribble and gets it over. Oh no, the defense is so good. Richard Lover read it like a book. Gets in the way and earns himself a halo. And the long range shot that comes through, defended again by Storm Sea Lord, who's doing great work. He's been super sub a couple of times. Oh, Richard Lover comes through, and the pressure pays off, Bizer.
It's the hit there by Dumbo. Cubics has been caught out, and he couldn't go up, and Richard Lover was right over the top. Easy finish off. Good shots from the boys of Alpha Sydney. And like I was saying before, they were starting to get their pass on, and there was a nice example of it. Not a sure thing, going to the side, missing off the wall. There goes the Nerd for the movement around, but goes into the dead corner, moving out nicely. Follows the Dumbo, and I have no idea what Dumbo just did there, but he's given a little advantage to himself. Popped it back out. One of the players from the boys of Space Animals waiting for it. Here's the shots, the pop on. Out comes Dumbo to clear. Richard Lover chasing nicely, wants to get it, but it will be met by Cubics in the midway point. He follows up with a second hit. Dumbo back again for his team. Oh, some nice defensive shots from Dumbo. Can he get his attack on? Richard Lover, with 10 seconds, is following this down the wing. Cubics with the stop. Up it goes the rest of the players. Still high, still popping nicely. Dumbo with a touch. It's falling nicely into the goals. What a save from Nerd. Holds it off. But the good round will go out because that is Alpha Sydney in front already. And that was some exciting play. The last minute and a half of action there, Crisis. Well done to Alpha Sydney picking up the first round, but Space Animals are right there in contention.
Yeah, good game between these two teams. Very, very evenly matched, low-scoring game as the players get themselves sorted out, have a little bit of a pep talk amongst themselves. The boys on Space Animals, well, they've been in this situation before. They've been behind, and they've been able to put things together, earn themselves a couple of goals, and pick up a few rounds. They don't have a donut on the board in terms of the round scores, so they know what it is to win a match, and they'll be looking to do exactly that. 5 seconds have gone by. The pressure straight away from the orange team going down onto the boys of Alpha Sydney. They fixed up their names though. Good call there, Bizer. We got Nerd, Cubics, and Storm Sea Lord playing by the rules for this round. And
should
maybe
make me an admin.
They'll get the reward of winning the game.
I don't know. Every time I'm told a team to do that next round, they've all done it. So at least they listen. It's good stuff, and good stuff to see the community supporting. A nice, respectable 102 spectators in here tonight. Let's get the word out. This is the final games tonight, and this is actually a really good match to watch because both teams will be hungry for the win and be wanting to put the goals in the back of net. At the moment, Storm Sea Lord flying high, pops it and just kills it out to the corner. Alpha Sydney in the attack motion right now. Dumbo with a shot going wide. All players are forward for Alpha Sydney, so you won't see a second one. Storm Sealord. I'm still going to say Sealord no matter what. Sealord works it out, but is now wrapping around Dumbo with a nice touch defensively, but it's just back and forth between the teams. Some tricky play in the midsection as well is confusing a lot of them. Nerd with the pop, up it goes. Follows with a second, but his teammate in the Sealord will go for it, and it will go in! Oh! Off the defense. Who was it? Dumbo or not a sure thing?
He played,
Dumbo.
He showed real commitment there, predicting the ball perfectly, following through and getting himself onto the board. And that is the 1-0, the Space Animals in the lead for the first time tonight in the second game of the series. Of course, it's a series of 5, not a best of 5, so they'll play all 5 games no matter what. But right now, the boys in orange, Space Animals, looking to even up the series and really open up the tension.
Sealord with the lovely fly, missing the ball in the process. Nerd touches to the side as well. He's popping up for his team. Space Animals hungry for another one, but Dumbo will come out and clear. It's going straight down the middle, but it heads to the side, goes wide. The Storm Sealord with the movement, but the Richard Lover meets it in the process. It's dropped back, not a sure thing. Let's get him into the action, they say. He does a little touch. Richard Lover with a side hit. Is the third one coming? Sure thing has been jousted out. Up goes Dumbo to work off the side. It's a flying shot. It's moving into a goal. Oh, what a save by Nerd. Oh, and we almost saw another top 5 jam play from Dumbo, but it was denied. Still attacking here is out for Sydney. They're going ham right now. Dumbo just stopping that ball. I think this is now. Oh, he's done a second shot. Oh, what is Space Animals doing? Should have been a clear, and they absolutely fumbled that there, Crisis.
Yeah, look at that. 3 players from the Space Animals over on the left-hand side, far away from their goals. Nobody there to cover or scramble. Just need to sort out their defensive patterns to stop those sorts of goals from going through. The game is tied right up. Dumbo takes a shot. Lost my words for a moment there because I thought that was going to go in. 2.5 minutes of play remaining, and now the ball getting carried over. The soft float is there. Dumbo gets a good touch to it, stops it from sitting there. Oh, the whiff that goes through from the attacking players, and the score stays absolutely even. Biza, the chances just not being taken by both of these teams.
Yeah, Space Animals getting up high and predicting a lot of play, but they're not making the shot, and that's what counts at the end of the day. Dumbo with the tap, it gets jousted out to the side, a bit of a pinch as well. Richard Love with the demo, helping his team to try and secure the ball in. That Dumbo with another shot, almost. Here comes the Richard Lover, out to the side, it can't go in. It's a missed opportunity. The Woodwork, the hero of the day for the boys of the Space Animals. And now they're going to the attack. Storm Sealord with a nice, but it gets touched by Sure Thing. Richard Love with a joust out. He follows it up now. Working nicely. It's sitting lovely for someone to come bust, but no one's there for Alpha Sydney. And the boys of the Space Animals, the orange team, will breathe some sigh of relief and just set back for defense here, Crisis.
Yeah, very, very close there, but the pressure is still on. Dumbo gets a good touch to it. We're with Richard Lover right now. He gets the cross through. Not a sure thing, lurking, but he's just a little bit too far forward. The ball too high, and he bumps it up on the nose. Keeps it in the zone, but now the orange team finally get it out. They're over into the blue zone. It's picked up by Dumbo. He's up against the wall. He just whiffs the ball, but it's okay. It's passed over to Richard Lover. Richard Lover with the second touch. Almost a defensive error as the orange team butt each other in the backside. But the ball gets cleared out, and now Storm Sealord gets a powerful touch onto it. It's read well, though. The orange team gets the ding-dong battle going and gets it back over onto the blue side, where the pressure has been for most of the evening, Biza.
There was an opportunity there for the Space Animals to score, and the Storm Sealord deflected it out to the side. So it was a little bit interesting play. Maybe he was trying to work it, but they have to work a couple more opportunities. There's 20 seconds left. Both teams want to try and finish it off. It's an opportunity, and speak of the man, I stayed with him. The Storm Sealord finishes it off, reading the play well there, Crisis.
Yeah, just a slight defensive lapse from the Richard Lover. Pops the ball up, and the opportunist, Storm Sealord, picks it up and puts his team back into the lead. Space Animals will want to hold on to this. They've got 15 seconds where they will have to do so. A good touch from Storm Sea Lord. He's had a great game playing off the front bench tonight, not off the subs bench. And 2 seconds, 1 second goes down. The flare from Nerd just to keep us entertained. The GRs go around, and that is the series evened up, Biza.
Yeah, really interesting to see how that panned out. Just with a lot of shots coming from the boys of Alpha Sydney, a lot of defensive structure in terms of Space Animals. Both of these guys are tied up. They're 6 and 7 at the moment. They're both showing the contention right now. It all depends on how they go with the attacks in the next couple of games, Crisis, and we could see a potential victor. But the good thing to note is we'll be going to 4th before it decides, or even a 5th, which is quite exciting play.
Yeah, so dead even. These two teams are kind of reset for the evening. Back where they started, might as well be 0-0 and a best of 3 to play.
Oh, yeah.
The blue team, Dumbo, not a sure thing, and Richard Lover going up against Cubics, Nerd, and Storm Sea Lord. Massive shout out for all of the Rocket League action brought to you tonight by Netgear, Logitech, AK Racing, Turtle Beach, and Plantronics. And you can buy all of that gear, Biza, from mwave.com.au.
Oh, yeah, it's some good gear right there. I might be looking at some Prestiges a little bit later. But let's jump into the action. Round number 3 for the CGPL RL League. Remember, that's a hashtag, and you can spam to it on Twitter if you want anything. But here's Storm Sea Lord with a shot to the side. Once again, the crossbar working, the hero of the day for the boys of the Space Animals. Cubics with the touch, but he can't get a second hit. Following nicely is Richard Lover, but Storm Sea Lord following the ball nicely as well. Jousted out between players, and it's a switch of play to the other side. Dumbo flies, but it gets hit once again. So boys are flying. They're going hell for leather, and a bit of carnage is on the process as well. Cubics with a touch to the side. Nerd missing it. Dumbo coming out for Alpha Sydney. Tough play from both teams right now here, Crisis.
Yeah, great demo coming in from Storm Sea Lord onto Dumbo, but the ball's still in the orange zone. Now they get the clear route. It's picked up again by Richard Lover. He's keeping the pressure on. The dunk is there, but Storm Sea Lord, how many times have we said his name? He picks up the halo. Oh! He wants to be on the front of the leaderboard, and he does so. Gets himself another goal. Goodness me, from defense to offense, Storm Sea Lord is the full package tonight, Biza.
Yes, and he's got lucky because his mate, the Alpha Sydney boys, have actually popped that up for him, and it's dropped back down. Yes, they saved the initial goal, but they didn't clear it on the chance. So the boys of Space Animals getting the foot forward for a first time in the momentum here, Crisis. It's interesting to see where they come. Cubics following through, almost a chance, but it's been knocked out by Richard Lover. Again, another chance, but Dumbo's working hard as well. I don't know what Alpha Sydney are doing, but it's nothing to do with attack right now. Here's the Storm Sea Lord, the man of the hour, do a little bit of work in the corner as the Stymie's dead. Dumbo follows out, now working Alpha Sydney's attack. Richard Lover meets it as well. It's dropping in front, no one coming through but the Sea Lord. But it's more of a clearance for the Space Animals than an own goal.
Yeah, Storm Sea Lord picks up the ball. He's carried it over into the blue zone, but that's a slice that's been picked up. It flies over to Cubics' waiting arms. He gets a good touch. He follows through with a great interception, but the follow through from Richard Lover is good enough to get it back into the orange zone. Storm Sea Lord, though. Storm Sea Lord pinches against the wall and falls back on defense. He's had a good touch and a great interception there again. Carries it into the blue zone. It's kind of individual efforts there. Oh no, Nerd with a panic little backflip there. He does a crisis. It's not punished too badly though, Biza.
Wasn't it a Schmevel?
No, it wasn't a Schmevel. No. 2 minutes and 23 seconds to go. It's 1-0 in favour of the Space Animals. And it might be 2-0.
Oh. What a save. Richard Lover, nice touch at the back there. He follows up as well. Cubics to the side. Can the boys of Alpha Sydney put a goal in the process? But it's going right back. Dumbo has to fly back and do a little bit of saving for his team. Storm Sea Lord reading nicely. Flowing through for the opportunity chance, but it goes wide. Richard Lover with a touch with his boys Alpha Sydney. But Cubics coming across the top. Dumbo well following for the boys of Alpha Sydney. Aerial ping pong at its best right now, Crisis. Both teams going absolutely animalistic.
Yes, Storm Sea Lord is there again on attack. He's got his teammates there in combo with him. Oh, no, sorry, it's on defense. Oh, got myself turned around, and they are lucky to keep that out. 1:30 remaining. Shout out to the Twitch viewers who would probably have been going, what is this guy talking about? A massive shout out to Aaron, who subscribed tonight, and to Oryxon, who has subscribed as well. Hit that sub button, ladies and gentlemen. All the proceeds going to the casters, the talent that Cybergamer has invited to bring you the matches from week to week. As where is the ball? It's in front of that orange zone. Cubics gets the clear out. It's off the backboard. The rebound is there, but it's well defended. Not a sure thing. Picking up the halo. Up into the air goes Richard Lover, but it's met at the wall by Storm Sea Lord. Great prediction there. 45 seconds to go. Cubics buys a as the pressure comes on. You can just feel that Alpha Sydney starting to get desperate to score a goal in this game.
Remember, guys, if you love action like this and any CSGO, remember to hit that follow button down at the bottom, and trust me, love a bit of subscription. As Christ has said, it goes to all the casters. Here's a shot from Cubics, defensively hit out. Dumbo has to work nicely back. He does it in the process, clears it for his team. Not a sure thing. It's going. Oh, Cubics with the save, just the nick of a time for his team. But the boys of Alpha Sydney are going to put all pressure on to try and get this goal. And it's dropped back out. Shopping pops up. It's going to be saved. Oh, nerd! Space Animals working overtime. 1 second left. Is there an opportunity? No, he'll roll down onto the field of play. And there is another one from the Space Animals. And the momentum is flowing with them right now as the boys at Alpha Sydney, well, they're held scoreless right now, Crisis. It's interesting because usually we see our man, the Richard Love and Dumbo, putting a lot of ball in the back of the net. Not so much at the moment.
Yeah, a very, very low scoring series so far between these two teams. So not really sure what's going on between the two of them. Maybe they're just so evenly matched. Maybe the nerves are there. It's weird. I feel as though Alpha Sydney, in general, are playing better. They're playing together a little bit better. But the Lady Luck has been on the side of the orange team a couple of times, Space Animals. But that's not to take away from their skills. Storm Sea Lord, who for the first time is playing in the first string tonight, not off of the bench, is playing out of his skin right now.
Well, we've seen him in previous tournaments and big ones and whatnot. He's actually a really good player, and it's interesting why he's a sub and not in the core team. But look, that's an answer for other people to ask in terms of that. But almost an opportunity for the boys as the Space Animals. I'm just going to make a quick mention. It's not a sure thing. Saves that ball is Alpha Sydney have come off a tight loss last week, where Space Animals have come off a big victory last week. So the more momentum will sit with the boys of the Space Animals. But Alpha Sydney, you know they can grind, they can do this. It'll be interesting. They need to get the goal in the first point of this game, Crisis.
Yeah, good touch there from Nerdy. Controls it, sends it over. Two players fly past and then scramble back on defense because it was intercepted and the pass didn't actually get completed. Up into the air go multiple players. It's cleared out now into the midfield. Richard Lover looking to meet it. Nerd gets a good touch on it. Cubics in the midfield intercepts the ball, gets it back into the blue zone. Nerd back up into the air. They're keeping the pressure on the blue zone. Not a sure thing comes through, gets the clearance out, and this is dangerous. It's now in the orange attacking zone. In the orange defensive zone if you're on the orange team. Flying through, there goes not a sure thing, but there's a defensive move from Storm Sea Lord again, and the Donuts stay on the board.
Cubics flying hard with the touch, heading into the offensive half for the Space Animals, but straight back out. Richard Lover with the double touch and heading it into the corner will go the Nerd Man as it comes right back for Alpha Sydney, putting the pressure on. They continue to move the ball. Quite unorthodox as styles of play from them, but it seems to be working at the moment. Nerd with the shot. This is the Space Animals at the moment as they head in and attack. Cubics backflips right over the ball. So does not a sure thing. The double miss opportunity from both teams. It's just sitting sideways now. It's not a sure thing. It's a second miss. Can Nerd capitalize on opportunity? He goes for his shot. Dumbo meets it. Up goes to Storm Sea Lord. Dumbo works it again. but it gets cleared out. Nerd with a shot. Sorry, Cubics that is. Nerd coming to the side. Just at the moment, the boys can't put the conversions in. They're just hitting the side posts. But not an opportunity as Cubics come through. Goes high. Storm Sea Lord with a crossover. It bounces and cleared out nicely by the Alpha Sydney. Dumbo will work it into an opportunity for a goal. Sea Lord with a wrap at the goal, doing well for his team here, Crisis.
Yeah, intense pressure for a sustained period of time on the blue goal, but they've managed to survive it, get themselves into an attacking position. They've gotten themselves a little bit stymied there, though. The ball flat-footed on the field, not really going anywhere, even though it was in front of the goal. And Cubics flying across. Great timing there. He touches the ball, prevents the shot on goals from even happening. A good shot that comes through again from Nerd. The ball sailing across. Cubics gets a good touch. Everybody just touching the ball. The targets are on. Oh, Richard Lover went up into the air looking to take it down. He anticipated a rebound that never came, and still the Donuts stay on the board between these two teams. Very, very closely matched. Very, very evenly played between these two teams.
What's interesting to see here, Crisis, is the team play passing is not happening. It's a lot of jousting out, a lot of just movement out of plays that come from random hits from both teams, and they're still shunting each other. So you can just see how aggressive this is. I'm surprised we haven't seen more demos, to be honest with you. The way they're working at the moment, it's unbelievable. Alpha Sydney looking like they're being more of the aggressor at the moment. Not a sure thing with the touch. Up goes to Richard Lover, working to the side. Can he get a hit to his teammate in Dumbo? He's waiting and lurking in the shadows, but he has to turn around and try and save for his team. Cubics coming out. Nerd stalking as well. Where is the Seed Lord? He's the man that should be putting this through, but it's crossed back over. Dumbo with a hit. Cubics with the whack out, but here's not a sure thing. Almost picking a goal up. Richard Lover to the side, goes high. Can Dumbo finish off? He sure can. And there's the team play I've been waiting for from Alpha Sydney. First on the board with 48 seconds to go, Crisis.
Well, when you drop the ball in front of a player like Dumbo, he's going to know exactly what to do. And as you called it, Biza, 48 seconds and they are in the lead. And the way these games have been going tonight, that's probably going to be enough. 1-0 is what the scoreline was in the game before. 2-1. Oh! Not a sure thing, says, I don't care if it's if 1-0 was going to be enough. I would like a second, and he gets it gifted to him there. A beautiful cross that comes through from the corner. And that is the 2-0 on the board. And that took all of, what, 7 seconds? 6 seconds? 10
yeah,
seconds.
not long at all. Well, there's another 35 seconds left here, Crisis. An opportunity for Space Animals, if they really want it. They could finish this off. Cubics goes up the shot. Richard Lover does the work he needs to do, but it's slowly moving into a goal.
No!
Oh! Oh, the double hit by Cubics and Nerd. Oh, not even the reverse. What do they call that? The pull shot? Nah. Oh, my goodness. Have a look at that. The hit off. It's a free shot play.
So once again, the Space Animals capitalizing off the tiniest of defensive errors. The defender putting the ball up and over towards the goal instead of up and away from the goal. And the smallest of opportunities was all that Nerd needed. And they are in with a chance to even the scores. 10 seconds to go now as they get behind the ball. Nerd's in possession. He gets a good touch. It's intercepted well. The reading is so good. He tried to carry it too far. It's still up in the air. Going across. Who's there for the ball? Oh, this is going to go. Whoa, just above. It doesn't quite touch. So close. And we have had absolute nail-biting finishes a couple of times through the evening, Biza. That wasn't one of those, but it was not to be. And the series is evened up once again.
2-2, and Storm Sea Lord with a Dumbo opportunity. If you watched Alpha Sydney last game last week, Dumbo in a dying seconds put in a goal off the wall from exactly same position and got it in to actually win the game and go into a fifth. So not this occasion for Storm Sea Lord, but we are getting the exciting play from both teams that we've expected tonight as already up. We'll head into this fifth. Crisis, I was going to ask for a winner at the start of the night, but now seeing the talent and the way it's working, Can you lean to one side, or is too close to call?
It's too close to call. It's the games have been so low scoring, the margin's so tight that it could be anybody's game between these two. They're taking their chances, and I guess it's just really strong defense at this stage. I should have looked at the stats in the previous game just to see how many saves went through.
No,
that is not
Richard
a save.
Lover.
Richard Lover with some great individual play. Picks up the ball, passed to him in the back there by Dumbo, and then gets the dribble on, arcs the ball over the defender, and that is the fastest goal we've had all series, Biza. 20 seconds is all it took.
That's it. And am I correct to say that Rocket League has changed the speed to miles per hour instead of kilometres? Is that right? I haven't asked it. Because when I see goals, I see they're scored at the rate of 56 miles an hour or something like that, which is almost like quick stuff. Anyways, I'll let you ponder and think about that.
That is different. I'll check
it?
mine in the next goal that gets scored. That's if we get another goal that's scored, because these two teams have been reluctant.
Yes, we will!
But Richard Lover is well keen. That's his double coming up, and I've still got it on K's per hour.
42 miles. I must have a change on my screen. I've got 42 miles per hour.
68 kilometers per hour for those of us in the civilized world.
Well, I'm doing a bit of American style, even though I'm in Australia. Maybe that's because I'm in Perth. Perth's like a whole other country to the rest of Australia. Oh, that is shut. Dumbo, what is Alpha Sydney doing? With a minute in play, Crisis, they're just stamping their authority on this. Dumbo and Richard Lover. Did you not call them at the start of the night that those two are the hungry frags of scoring goals? And they've just done it in this first minute?
You did, mate, and they have gotten themselves on the board 3-0 right now. And you would be forgiven if you were on... Oh! You'd be forgiven if you'd think that they were shell-shocked. But the Space Animals are not. Nerd comes through with a great goal there. Clean
nice
as a whistle.
Touch.
Oh, there was a
Dumbo
touch from the
almost saving
defender, Biza, but it was good enough to go into the goal.
Well, we've got a lot of goals in the space of a minute and a little bit. Dumbo with the centre touch, Nerd following well. Another sure thing saves nicely for the team of Alpha Sydney. Well, the bar has been set for the boys of Space Animals, and at the moment they need to work very hard in defence. Sea Lord with the touch, but the Richard Lover comes across, is set nicely in front of the goal, but there's no one there following through. Cubics decides to leave it and just reset his team. But the Richard Lover, the pass and the play. Hello, Alpha Sydney. They put another one in, and they're going absolutely nuts right now, Crisis. I tell you, Space Animals are struggling.
Yeah, good anticipation there. Richard Lover up into the air, looking for the cross to intercept and adjusting his car's position to get just the right spot. And he go in between the defenders. 4-1, a complete turnaround from the previous games where we had a 1-point margin and nothing above 2 goals scored. While it's turned around, Richard Lover with the save. He has come out with all guns firing, including the goalie shots going through. But now a chance for Nerd to try and put another one on the board. It's well read and defended out. The ball sitting up in the orange zone. Storm Sea Lord goes up. He's been playing well up into the air. Oh! No! Cubics doesn't quite get enough air. And the high loop. We'll see it in the replay again. Cubics just missing the ball. And it floats in for Dumbo. It's 64 km
Another
per
Dumbo
hour.
placement of the week. Just the touch. He didn't even mean to shoot a goal, and it's just the placement that happens to be absolutely amazing from the man. Well, the Richard Love, the marvellous play he is. He works up to the side, touches it. Can he get the second? It bounces down on a sure thing, helps it just to get another opportunity to go. Richard Lover wraps around, does the touch, wants the second, but Cubics reads well. He comes out as well with the second. It's moving over to Nerd, but he's too far over. Richard Lover pops to the side, straight to another sure thing. He also follows it up. So 2 players of Alpha Sydney working the side, which is quite interesting. Usually don't see that. Maybe the confidence there for his teammate. I have no idea. I'm not going to start bagging them out. But Cubics with the touch. Space Animals with 2 minutes and 15 seconds coming up in the second. They really want to get the game on and score some goals here at Crisis.
Oh, they're making it difficult for themselves, though. Juggling the ball on defense. Dumbo with a pinch or the through ball and then picking it up. And then Storm, Sea Lord, and one other, I think it was maybe Cubic, scrambling for defense, tripped over each other. And 6-1 is a scoreline that you would not have predicted after the first 4 games, Bizer.
Potential Brazil coming up, Crisis.
Oh, you've said the words now. We'll be looking out for it, ladies and gentlemen. 2 minutes to play. That is a long time to go. The way this game has been going, 7 goals scored in the first half of it. Maybe we'll get another 7. I'm all up for a goal fest. Dumbo picks up the ball on the outfield. He sends it over to Stormclad. He gets it up off the crossbar. Not Stormclad, Richard. Who was it? Dumbo! Dumbo picks up the ball.
Oh! What a play by Alpha Sydney! And it's just a hit from the sure thing that's hit the roof. And Dumbo and Richard Lover once again in the play. Oh man, this is a mind-blowing dominant display from the voice of Alpha Sydney. And Space Animals, I'll be a little bit embarrassed right now, but you've got to get yourself some goals in the contention because it's starting to blow out. And it has another opportunity. It's just saved by the Sea Lord. That is the Storm Man. And they work it back out. Nerds with a touch. Probably unorthodox for the play, but he does a little bit of a play as well. Richard Lover goes, hey mate, not in my town you're not. And Demos and Cubics wrapping around with the center ball, but no one's there for the attack. Richard Lover with the pop over. Nerd taps to the side, following his Dumbo. He read it well. It's popped up for an advantage. It's going, but it comes back out. Oh, just a save by the boys of the Space Animal, but there's still too much pressure for them to be for a slow relief right now. Cubics with the touch. It's heading over. Can they score an opportunity? Dumbo sets just to hold them up right now. As I'll take a breath and chuck it over. I think this is going for a goal here, Crisis. It is.
It is indeed. Richard Lover.
Oh, what a play.
Picks up his 4th goal. That's 8-1. And we might actually be in for our first double-figure game scoring situation. I don't think Sequential has picked up a double.
No.
They've gotten up.
No, we haven't seen it.
But no, it's 8-1 with 45 seconds to play. And straight away, the boys in blue on attack. It's deflected out there. Oh, this is dangerous. The crossover to his own player was risky, but in the end it paid off. Not a sure thing. Gets his saviour. Sends the ball through. Richard Lover gets a good touch to it. Cubics just against the wall. Picks it up. Nerd carries it over, but Dumbo is there to pick up the ball. Stop it from getting near the goal face. There's an intercept that comes through, but not a sure thing. Is there combining with Richard Lover, scrambling for defense. It's not quite at the goal face. 8-7-6, and Pfizer, I think I jinxed it, man. I stopped the flow of the goals.
You screwed it up. Well, that count will go down. And we'll have a really high, in fact, I think that's the biggest scoreline I've seen of the entire series so far. And that's from round 1 and onwards. Crisis. What an amazing feat from Alpha Sydney. I did not expect that after seeing the scoreline of the first 4 games from 2-1, 1-2, 0-1, 2-1. We didn't even get up to 10 goals in the first 4 games, and we got 9 in the last. It's just amazing from that. But what a series of play from Dumbo and Richard Lover from Alpha Sydney that absolutely dominated the whole match.
Yeah, they really came alive in that final game, and that means Alpha Sydney wins with a 3-2 result. They'll be pleased with that. That's broken the deadlock between them and Space Animals. So Space Animals will stay down at 7th spot. I don't know if the B teams win tonight will move them up above Space Animals. We'll have to see. I think the for and against for Space Animals will still be a little bit higher. Somebody in the Twitch chat might want to correct me if I'm wrong, do a little bit of math on our behalf. The MVP, you put 2 names forward though, Bizer, Richard Lover and Dumbo, who came alive. So let's go to the Twitch chat and let's see what they think, who should pick up that MVP for the series. We've got those 2 nominations in front of you to choose from. Sure thing, not a sure thing is not there, unfortunately. It's Dumbo or Richard Lover. And while you're deciding that, take a moment to think about the next peripherals that you want to buy. You've got a smorgasbord of sponsors of the Cybergamer Premier League to choose from. Logitech, Turtle Beach, and Plantronics, all putting up prizes for this series and all providing top quality peripherals. If you need to upgrade your networking gear, get yourself onto B-Bears' ping. To look no further than Netgear. And let me tell you what, if you are into the Rocket League game where you sit around in a car and you fire rockets and kick balls around, no seat better than the AK Racing seats. So pick yourself one of those up. All of those products available, of course, from mwave.com.au. And Biza, what's happening in the Twitch chat?
There's a lot of MVP for people that haven't even played tonight, so that's quite interesting. There's even a Discord vote. Anyways, shout out to everyone who's joining tonight and as well. And there's a couple of special shout outs there as well, which I think my housemates might be tuning in. So shout out to them as well, and I'll give that out to them. Just a quick analysis on Space Animals. The first 4 rounds, while they still decide to get the vote out, I think there's a little bit of delay. Space Animals actually held it up to Alpha Sydney quite well. Now, both teams, same points, same losses, some really good victories and stuff like that. It was just interesting to see how it ended out in the blowout there, but it's just unfortunate for Space Animals. Maybe it's having a sub in play and going the distance on 5 matches might be the question for them. A little bit of homework for them to do next week in the next week's match, and as well probably a little bit more training for them. But Crisis, I think it's clear that we're just going to go with a Richard Lover. I think there's a little bit of love out there for him. Everyone seems to think so. So shout out to the subscribers as well for that. You happy with Richard Lover? I'm happy with Richard Lover.
Yeah,
I think
I'm
he did
happy for it to
outstandingly
go
well.
the way of Richard Lover. He is the one that sparked the absolute goal fest that we saw in that game. He picked up the double, and you could almost sense that Dumbo was going, "Oh, hang on, I want to get in on this action." Is that how you score goals? It's kind of like somebody walking into a room that has Alzheimer's and not knowing how to flick on the switch. Somebody just needed to show them, flick the switch on. And the lights came on for both of them, and they went absolutely bananas through that game. And so let's give it over to Richard Lover, 69, who put that together. Well, ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much again for joining us tonight. That is it for tonight's broadcast. It's been a fantastic night of Rocket League. 3 games played tonight. We'll just have a very quick look at the results again. Sequential Gaming dominating another one with a 4-1 victory. B Team winning 3-2 over the All-Stars. And Alpha Sydney rounding up the whitewash for the Blue Sides tonight, winning 3-2. Of course, we didn't have Jam Gaming going up against Invidious. That will be later on during the week, and that is because Jam Gaming, I think, has some scheduling issues that need to get sorted out.
Yeah.
And that, Biza, is going to be an incredible game because those 2 teams, they were tied at the end of this at the end of last week for 2nd and 3rd place. They now have an opportunity to one of these teams could even go up into 1st.
Yep. Yeah, they're 2-1 at the moment, and both teams are very high in the power rankings. I'm not sure where they've located at the moment. I haven't had a look, but that is the game to watch, and almost I would call that the match of the week. When that gets scheduled, I'm not sure. Is it Sunday? I'm not sure when that's happening, but when that gets scheduled, we'll be all over that, and we'll be looking forward to bringing you the coverage.
Yeah, we absolutely will. Well, thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for joining us in Twitch tonight. A big shout out to Rocket Meme, who reckons Kronovi should have gotten the MVP. You know, Kronovi could have entered this competition. The only requirement for entering the competition is that you have Rocket League and you're able to attend a LAN event in Sydney. And who wouldn't want to do that? A LAN event in Sydney in mid-April. It's going to be absolutely mint. and we will be there to bring you the action from that finals event. We've got 4 or 5 weeks to go, though. This was round 4, ladies and gentlemen, and the quality of Rocket League has been fantastic. We're looking forward to more of it. But that is it for us for tonight. Thank you to GameStars Neba. Thank you to GameStars Bizer. And I've been GameStars Crisis, bringing you the commentary tonight for the Cyber Gamer Premier League. #GetSome.